Today, I want to share 3 ways that people over 35 can make a 6-figure income without getting another job this year, and it's highly achievable through various avenues. You're going to discover how you'll be able to make up for the time that you lost from focusing on things that life kind of threw at you that were unexpected. I'm going to show you how you can create real financial relief and also let you know how I fell on my face multiple times and how you can finally get out of this endless cycle. I've worked with a lot of people who felt just like you do right now, and you're ready for a change because you're sick and tired of the financial rug being pulled out from under you, and you're making good money, but with unexpected expenses or economic downturns, you can't even seem to get ahead no matter how hard you try. So, who exactly is this video for? If you're freaking out about retirement that's getting closer and closer, then this video is for you. If you're panicking about sending your kids to college when you have no assets and nothing substantial growing for you, then this video is for you. If you simply want your own money, then this video is certainly for you. Now, here's my promise to you. I'm going to share how you can get caught up financially without seeking a higher paying job or taking on a part-time gig. And this isn't a course about paying off your high interest credit cards first or about falling for the next get rich quick scheme. And I'm certainly not going to have you taking on any additional student loan debt just to go back to school. But one thing I will do, and that's keep it real. Okay, one of my business partners was married for 17 years, and he went through an unexpected divorce that he did not want about a year ago. A lot of careers like call center and help desk jobs are now being outsourced overseas. And don't get me started on the recession. We sold our house and moved to the East Coast and got hit by the recession. My husband and I both had student loans that we were paying for. The economy has just been crazy and unpredictable. There is no savings to get ahead or backup funds anymore. Are you having to rent because you can no longer afford to own a home? You're not in a position to cut back on your budget because every single dollar is needed. And what that means for you and your family is taking cheap vacations that are close to home, and they're not even memorable at all. I've been there and done that with the notebook binders full of coupon clippings. All of this pressure can have you feeling trapped with no way out. But you know what your biggest problem is right now? It's time. When you were 20, it seemed like you'd have so much time to do all the things you wanted to do, but time is ticking away, my friend. And every day you're getting closer and closer to retirement. Do you have friends or know someone who already died of cancer or a heart attack? You simply cannot rely on having plenty of time anymore. And what about the government? Can you really rely on them to take care of you? Will Social Security even be a thing when you reach 65? With the way the economy is going today, it's only going to keep getting worse. Now, let's look at your education. Has it allowed you to earn the income of an executive in your company, or are you still scraping the bottom of the barrel? How much money do you have left over after you pay all your bills? If you were to experience an unexpected medical expense or some other emergency, how many months can you cover the bills while you're out of work? This is all part of that reality I mentioned earlier. Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a wife and mother of 3 girls, and I'm that person who followed all the rules about going to college and racking up student loan debt and get your dream job in corporate America, right? But then that thing called life happened and opened my eyes to the realization that my job was not going to be enough to build the kind of wealth I wanted for me and my family. You know, the wealth that you can leave to your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren and multiple generations down the road. Even if I got a second job, it still wouldn't be enough to cut it. So I turned to running my own business because It's the only way I can ensure that I'm covered anytime life happens. Have you heard of the Gen X effect? That's the generation that I'm in. We've made it, we've lost it, we've started over, and was pretty much forced to reinvent ourselves. And right now is the time to do exactly what we want to do and when we want to do it. I mean, we want financial safety and security, right? So we can go to bed without worrying about the future and sleep well at night. Now, as for you, how can you make up for the time that you lost? When the real estate bubble burst, it was a rude awakening for a lot of people. And that's when I realized that I can rebuild and secure my finances. No one else was going to be able to do that for me. Not my job, and certainly not my degree. Now, first, I learned there are two types of income. You have the right now income, and then there's residual income, which you receive from leveraging the works of other people. When researching ways to take charge of my finances, I tried to do this three different ways, and I'm going to give you the pros and cons of each. Okay, first, I looked into trading the Forex market. I downloaded free courses, watched YouTube videos, paid for the training, the works. And here are the pros. You can start with very little money to experiment with. If you can grow your account, then you can receive substantial dividends every single year. Also, you can buy and sell to make right now money if you're a day trader. But then here are the cons. There's a high risk of loss because the market is extremely volatile and the learning curve is pretty steep. What's recommended is that you trade on a demo account for a minimum of 12 months before using real cash. Otherwise, you run the risk of losing everything you invested in an instant. Now, the second way I tried to take charge of my finances is by purchasing online courses. And here are the pros of that. After purchasing the course, I was able to resell it, and this gave me the ability to earn residual income. Now, some of the courses even allowed me to get paid instantly at the time the sale was made. But once I got into the course, I noticed some cons, which were the info in the course was incomplete. And I had to search the internet and YouTube to try and fill in the blanks. Each time I learned one piece of information, there were 10 other things I needed to know. So this increased the learning curve even more. So to fix this problem, I looked into getting a mentor, which stressed me out even more because with all the shady people popping up all over the place, how do you find someone who isn't going to rip you off? And the third way I tried to take charge of my finances is by starting my very own business. And I evaluated 4 different types. Okay, the first one was a franchise. Even though you can make residual money on autopilot, the capital to start the business was way too big. And I'm talking you can get into the millions of dollars just to get started. The second one was a home-based business, which I absolutely love because you can make money really, really fast with it. And I'm talking about the quit your job kind of money if that's something that you want to do. The third business I looked at was a traditional brick and mortar opportunity. Now, with this one, most people never even get to the residuals or see any profit as a matter of fact. So with this option, I would basically be working for free for the next 2 years. And the fourth option was the Amazon's fulfillment program to become an Amazon seller. There is residual income with this option, but it takes way too long to get good at it. The option I chose was a home-based business because it was the fastest and most direct way to make the most money in the shortest amount of time. I can work around the current schedule of my full-time job. I can easily give myself a raise every month instead of once a year. And I can and do wear pajamas all day long. I mean, I can even leave my house for days at a time. And most important to me is that I'm directly helping people. But wait, Adrian, I've been to that rodeo and got the consolation prize. Well, hold your horses. I get it. Yes, the majority of people fail when it comes to working a business, but there are many factors that go into whether a business is going to be a success or not, like the market for the product may be limited, or it requires a ton of work because it hasn't been proven yet. Also, new startups go under all the time, and I'm talking about in less than 2 years or so. And a big one is that business people are not properly trained. I get spam messages every single day on Facebook and by email. Now, what I've gained out of my many years of trial and error is that I've been strategically trained, and I've been given a system that's very easy to use, and I benefit from the amazing leadership with decades of experience who've shown me the right actions to take. But the question you have to ask yourself is this right for you? I was set up to fail during my early days and I didn't even know it. But you get to learn from my mistakes and learn how to create a six-figure income without having to leave your home for a second or even a third job. So do you want to try and figure it all out by yourself and lose even more time and money that you can never get back? Or would you rather get help from someone who's already paid the price and can fast track you to success? So which door are you going to pick? What kind of life are you going to choose? Now, here's how I can help you change your life. And it's not going to cost you any money, so put your cash away. I'd love to speak with you about how to fix your current situation so that you're not stuck where you are today for the rest of your life. So click the Facebook button on this page and send me a text saying you'd like to take the next step, and I'll introduce you to the company that I've partnered with. Now, who is this for? Well, I only work with people who are committed to making a big change in their life. You have to be willing to invest in yourself, okay? This is an absolute must, all right? And it's imperative that you're serious about following the right way to do things instead of jumping over to the next get-rich-quick scheme. And you got to be willing to get moving right now. Let me ask you something. How much is it costing your sanity to stay exactly where you are right now? Is your relationship suffering? Would you travel more if you had time and money to do so? Are you knocking down your debts, or are they climbing like everyone else's? Are you missing out on being with your kids because you have to work all the time? Are you able to live anywhere in the world that you choose? And if you're in the exact same place 10 years from today, how much is that going to cost you and your family? How much longer are you going to wait before you step into the life you've been dreaming about? Listen, the average lifespan today is age 71. And that's just an average. But where are you in relation to this number? If you don't fix this now, what are you going to do? How about you just reach out to me so I can show you a plan that will allow you to be the person who's in charge of your time and your bank account. I want you to be that person who rises out of the ashes, and for good this time. And finally, be the person who succeeds and get the results that you need in your life right now. So if that's you, go ahead and click the button next to this video and let me know that you're ready to take the next step so that we can fix this as soon as possible. I look forward to hearing from you, and make it a great day.